Good morning. This is Coach James Breslin. We're going to go over the Kensington 5-3-2 cover shadow and bracket defense, and we'll go over those terms as we go. So it's a 5-3-2, 5-3-2, and your compactness, you want to get as compact as possible, and if they allow you by putting your wingers inside, get even more compact, right? This is why teams will spread their wingers, so it kind of would spread you out and create more holes. But take advantage of if they're not spreading out, let's get more compact, okay? So the opening, just like in chess, we're going to go over the opening. The opening is more predictable, just like in chess and football. So we're going to go over the opening, and then it gets a little more chaotic, just like in a chess game. So, but that's why we're going to focus on the opening. So opening, ball is neutral. We're neutral. We're in the middle, right? A 5-3-2. Then the ball gets played out, and we call that, they've now created a strong side. So we call this the strong side. It's the ball side, right? So at this point, a couple things are going to happen. John Lotrain is going to, the back line is going to, he's going to cut off this lane. Okay, so as the ball is being transmitted, he needs to cut this lane off. So no ground ball can be played. Just like we do in the 4-4-2 when you have like an outside mid. Right, this looks like a 4-4-2, 4-4-2. He's basically in that position now, if you can see it, right? And he's going to sit on the, so he's cover shadowing this, the winger, okay? All right, and then Gian, though, is going to do what you would see normally in a 4-4-2 as well. He's gonna cover, but he's gonna cover behind, so any ball's over the top. So this is where the bracketing comes in. Cover shadow, and John Lotrain is cover shadowing, and he's helping Gian bracket. See it? So if ball plays over the top, we have this all covered, okay? Obviously, we want to keep compactness, so Marcelo Serio, Hamza Dabur, and Gavin Byrne are going to drop into the back four, and now we have a back four. And you're going to see Berlens the whole time is pressing from a cover shadow of the 6, just like we see in a 4-4-2. He's going to make sure he's cover shadowing the 6. He's going to come at him, okay? Noah is going to hook over and take away the ground and the air. Ground ball cannot be played. Air ball cannot be played. And he can even do this by sitting off the back shoulder so that the player can't see him. So that if they did try to play this, he can step in front, intercept. And he's also ready for a ball over the top, even to the 3. And then him and Gavin Byrne and Gavin Coots can converge, okay, if they do switch. We are giving up the switch, just like we're giving this up so that they could play an air ball, and we can trap them. Okay, this is a cheese trap. This is we lay the cheese out here, and we're laying the cheese out here, and then we're gonna trap them there. So Arik, okay, is bracketing, right? Gavin Coots' job is to protect the window that's created between Berlens and Blodgett, the two strikers. He's to protect that window on the ground. Okay. Again, if it goes in the air, we're going to converge, right? And maybe Gavin Byrne can intercept. We're going to read it. Okay. Jason, his job is to, since he's in the middle, is to be balanced, right? To see who he needs to help more, but to stay balanced, right? So keep an eye. If you look at, it's basically and I'm going to show you something here, because before we even press, you're going to see what this starts to look like. Okay. If you look at the back line, right, it's like let's say put Gavin here, okay, and you take this, and you start to see, right, that we've basically created, with Berlens pressing, we've basically created like a slanted defense that's pushing everything to the side, and there's no way. Any air ball is easily handleable. Even if they dump it in the middle, we're going to be able to converge on it. Any ground ball can be picked off, okay, if we stay compact enough, right? You're still looking at your teammates. It's a zonal defense, right? So it'll look like if you look at it on the slant, it looks like it looks like a 4-5-1, which is a very effective defense. But we're slanting it towards the side, and then you'll see that once the ball is played over, right? At that point, Berlens can cover shadow here, so we trap him, right? While the ball is being transmitted, this is very important. Because if John Lotrain presses from this direction, they're gonna have an outlet, right, to the 7's feet because Gion's Maldonado is protecting the behind. So it's important that John Lotrain, during the ball transmission, cuts the lane and now comes from a cover shadow from the 7 because he's no longer cover shadowing from the 4 to 7. He's cover shadowing from the 2 to the 7. That is vitally important if we're going to trap him. And Berlens is now cover shadowing from the 4 to the 2. Arik, okay, can watch here and Jason can step in. They don't even need to cover shadow here. They don't even need to press here if they don't want to. They should read it, but they could, right? Jason could do it. But there's enough pressure coming on this guy from here and here, right? You know, Jason and Arik at that moment, it's very important that John Lotrain converges and that Berlens continues to converge. That is vitally important, or the guy's going to have too much time. And we want 2 guys on him to really pressure him. And so these players could just wait. This way, when the ball inevitably, he's going to have to, no air ball can work. So he's going to try something like this. We should be looking to win the ball. And then look at this. I mean, we're in a great counterattacking position to just play Noah in. Okay. And same thing with Berlens. All right. So that is the press. And you would mirror that on the opposite side of the field. That should be obvious, right? And that is it. Okay. So I'm going to stop it there because that's basically it. If we get broken, we drop into a 5-3-2. Pressure cover balance. Okay. We drop into a 5-3-2. All right.